Hello students, good morning. So this is our Moodle page. Everybody know already. So we are in last topic and we have all the recorded video available inside the big blue button. So any student having any problem, just click the presentation. Then you can find all the video of our special topics. So this is our last day class 28/3/2021. So I hope that all students can see the chapter 5 for iris normalization process. The iris captured. Okay. So iris normalization. So today what we are going to discuss, about chapter 5, iris normalization process. So I updated the recent content, what is right now available. So all students probably can study and understand how iris normalization will be carried out. So last class I already explained to you about why we need iris normalization. That due to illumination conditions and lighting variations and other factors, the factors are non-uniform illumination, eye blink, pupil radius changes due to lighting variation conditions. We need a standard size for our processing. For that, the iris, the round iris, going to be converted to standard size. That standard size we are using in this algorithm, 360 in the horizontal direction, 48 pixel in vertical direction. Then for that purpose, we are using the radial scan process. For radial scan process, we are using circular integral. XC is the middle of the circle. YC also middle of the circle. XC, YC. And RI, radius. Cos theta and sin theta is probably using for scanning this process. So after scanning, the strip will be converted and it will be making in the form of normalization. Once the normalization process has been completed, the image enrichment process is based on the spatial domain approach. Image enrichment. Why we need enrichment? So after normalization process, the pixel values are not coming up for taking the feature extraction process. The original iris image has low contrast and may have non-uniform illumination caused due to the irregular position of light source. These problems may affect subsequent feature extraction and iris matching process. So the mainly due to non-uniform illumination caused due to the irregular portion of the lighting sources, mainly due to the lighting problem mostly occurring in the iris image. The reason, iris is an internal organ. It is not outside. It is inside your eyelashes. So eyelashes also above, eyelid also there. So based on these two things, it will be a problem for you. Not exactly do the process. Okay. So you need to know about all the iris image. It is readily available in the internet. You have highlights. You want to know about highlights, put highlights images. So probably all highlight images are coming up here. This is highlights. So we have highlight, then hylasis. Two things are above your eye. That is why, so we have highlight and hylasis. Hylasis, the skin above the, highlight is a skin above the eye. So what do you mean by hylasis? So hylasis image, the hair above the eye, hair above the eye. So what is the problem for the identification process? So the identification process, probably it may be uploaded in your iris image. Then due to the lighting conditions, probably two muscles are controlled your iris, that we discussed in the challenge response test. We already know how to do the challenge response test in the chapter 4 to find the genuinity of the iris. For that reason, these problems may affect the subsequent feature extraction process and the matching process also. In order to obtain a well distributed texture image, the iris image is enriched using local histogram equalization. What method we are using? Local histogram. The histogram analysis we are using for enhance. After you finished the normalization process, the enrichment process will be carried out. As you know already, our iris strip has vertically 48 pixel direction and this 360 pixel in horizontal. So we have 48 pixel in vertical and 360 pixels in horizontal. These the images are going to be the illustration of the enrichment process using local histogram equalization process. So this is the above figure. We have the A, B, and C. B and C visualize the effect before and after the enrichment process. So before, the effect is very less. That means the variations of the pixel is very less. Probably we cannot do the feature extraction probably from the existing image, whatever we capturing. So after normalization, we go for enrichment process using local histogram analysis, histogram equalization process. So the local histogram equalization, it will be enriched all the patterns of the iris. Now this is ready for our processing with our IT algorithms. So next topic related with iris feature encoding. The iris feature encoding, in this paper, what they have used 2D Gaussian filter, which is going to be useful for translation scale rotation invariant. Iris feature encoding is a process of extract features from iris image, which is subsequently used for iris mapping process. Texture analysis is an important task for TSRI, translate, scale, rotation, invariant. What do you mean by invariant? It will not be changed. The variant is called the changing. So the meaning of invariant, probably, so some students, they don't know the exact meaning because, so what do you mean by invariant? If you go to Google and give invariant, so the meaning, general meaning in the English called invariant, never changing, invariant. So due to the capturing and other process, translation, rotation, scaling, invariant. So this is the most important thing: scale, transition, and rotation invariant. This is the normal process which is occurring in your pattern recognition problems. So TSRI, translate, scale, rotation. What do you mean by that? Translate? One time image is appearing in the left side, another time right side, another time another side. For example, I will explain from the image. If you take eye images from internet, I take from internet. Okay. So the eye image, one time appearing here, another time appearing here, another time here. Most probably it is not in the same place. One time appearing here, another time, another location, not exact location, maybe small, maybe big. You feel the difference now. This is this size different than this size. This size is very small. This size is big. Scaling, that is we call scaling. Rotation, it is now rotated to another direction. So we have the many things are also possible. If you take the same picture here, the iris may be big, here is small, here occluded, here fully open, here only 25% are showing. So we have a lot of problems are occurring. In order to do this process, if you take iris eye image, probably you are taking the different patterns of iris images which are available. So we already know this portion is iris, this is a pupil, this is called retina. White color is called retina. We are not going to process the retina, we are going to process only the iris pattern. So what is the problem in the feature extraction? We need to extract the feature which is invariant to translation, scale, and rotation. How we need to extract our feature without having any problem. So that is what right now the concern. So that problem is going to be solved using Gaffer filter, because already the Gaffer filter has 2D Gaussian filter. For example, in the case of iris recognition process, iris image are captured in non-invasive sense. Non-invasive, not directly contact with the scanner. No direct physical contact with the iris scanner. It is possible to acquire the images at different angles, positions, and scales due to distance. What are the different distance it has? 19 inches to 36 inches also possible in the variant. Hence, TSRI invariant feature extraction is required for iris recognition system. In recent years, Gaffer filter provide good performance on rotation invariant texture classifications. Hence, this system adopt the global filtering technique with isotropic 2D Gaussian for rotation invariant iris feature extraction encoding. The Gaffer elementary functions are Gaussian functions modulated by oriented complex sinusoidal functions for Gaffer frequency. So we are using this formula, and this is for even and odd filters, E for even, O for odd filters of the Gaffer filter. What is a probable question for final examination? Write short summary on iris feature encoding. So that we are using the complete encoding process. And finally, we extract 84 iris features from each iris strips. What is this will be? This is nothing but illustration of Gaffer canal for theta 90 degree and frequency 64 hertz. H. So the frequency, center frequency, then this is the maximum of 64 we can use it. Here you have 90 degree of rotation angle. An iris strip of fixed size is taken for feature extraction process. Selection of Gaffer filter parameter play an important role in rotation invariant pattern classification problem. Depending upon the applications, the system can choose the parameter of radial frequency, of the sinusoid, and orientation. The performance of the Gaffer filter depends on choosing the parameter like theta and f frequency, because it produces the widely variety response in different type of parameter settings. The central frequency of the Gaffer filter used in the experiment ranging from 2 to 64 degrees central frequencies. For each central frequencies, the orientation range. So the 2 to 64 degrees also we used, and the orientation range theta equivalent to 0 degree to 180 degree. So 42 Gaffer kernels are generated for feature encoding. The rectangular strips of the iris pattern is divided into two sub-images, which has 180 into 48 strips. Before you have 360 into 48. We divide and we apply. And 42 kernels are applied to two sub-images. So 42 multiplied by 2, 84 features are finally collected. In order to minimize the computation complexity of the iris mapping process, iris strip is convoluted by polynomial multiplication. So the finally iris features are doing with this convolution operation. Then the mean value of each frequency and orientation are calculated from the result of convolution process. So here you have n and m is the size of the iris coefficients, and x bar is a iris feature coding, and the proposed approach has 84 iris features in the pattern. So this is for iris feature extraction. So students can study today this topic. Probably we will discuss further about what are the different other kind of the methods which is going to be used for iris discrimination design, and probably the result analysis with the different type of iris images which is right now possible for capturing. Then we have probably other type of iris images also available. That is practically we need to use it. That time we can have a different kinds of iris image will be coming. Then we have here the result of genuine and imposter, and iris recognition phase, confirmation phase, overall efficiency, and other things. So these things we will be discussing in the following classes. Okay. Thank you, students. Thanks a lot. Bye.